Hi, Dean at Dr. Zonga here, answering dartboards, not whiteboards for you. There were 3 questions. It was all about having a dartboard in the classroom. The first one was if you have to hit 151 with 3 darts, and this is an out, so your final dart needs to be either a double or a bullseye. How do you do it with 3 darts? The way to approach it is kind of systematically. Your 3 biggest darts, triple 20, triple 20, and then you have to end on a double or a bullseye. So say a bullseye is 50, so that would be 170. We're looking for 151, so it's pretty close. Triple 20, and double 20, the second highest, is 160. So we know we're going to have to hit some high numbers, so we can already get rid of the 1s and 2s and 3s and stuff. We also know that our final out, 151, needs to be, it's an odd number. So we need to hit an odd number. A double is never going to be an odd number because a double of 1 is 2, the double of 3 is 6. They're always even. So one of the 2 triples has to be an odd triple. So I just started by hitting treble 20, so that's 60. Triple 19, the next highest one. And then I worked out what I got left. I got 34 left, so that would be double 17. So one of the answers is triple 20, triple 19, double 17. And then I thought, okay, but are there any other answers? How would I know? Well, if we're going to move lower on the triple, on one of the triples, then we're going to have to move higher on the double. So I looked at it that way and I said, okay, triple 20. My next odd triple is 17. So triple 20, triple 17. What have I got left? 40. So that's double 20. So triple 20, triple 17, double 20 also adds up to 151. I'm now maxed out on the double. I can't go any higher than that. I'm pretty comfortable that they are 2 solutions. Okay, the question 2 was the product, which means multiplication of all of the prime numbers around the dartboard. So I look at them, the prime numbers are 2, 3, 5, 7, not 9, 11, 13, 17, 19. Multiply them together and you get 9,699,690. Straightforward. The third one, I guess, is the hardest one. The idea is working out the area of the dartboard minus the area of the bullseye in the middle. So I gave you the measurements for them. The bullseye has a diameter of 1.5 centimeters, which you can also say a radius of 0.75 centimeters. And the dartboard itself overall has a radius of 23 centimeters. Calculate the area of the dartboard excluding the bullseye. So the way to do it, you can work out the overall area. If you remember rightly, the area is pi r squared, where r is the radius. So for the whole dartboard, r is 23 centimeters, so r squared is 529 centimeters. So 529 times pi, which works out at 1,661.90 to 2 decimal places. And the unit there is centimeters squared. Then we need to just work out the area of the bullseye. And the radius there, r, was 0.75. So pi r squared. R squared is 0.5625 times by pi equals 1.77 centimeters squared to 2 decimal places. I just take away the second answer from the first answer and we're left with the area of the dartboard excluding that little bit in the middle. So 1,661.9 minus 1.77 equals 1,660.13 centimeters squared. And that's it, that's your answer. If you wanted to be fancy, you could maybe convert it into meters, which isn't quite as easy as you think. It's not like just dividing through by 100, because it's not, sorry, we're not talking meters, we're talking meters squared. So there's 10,000, 100 times 100, 10,000 centimeters squared in a meter squared. So in which case the answer would be, in meters squared, 0.166 to 3 decimal places. Hope that makes sense. I hope you had a go at it. Whether you got it right or wrong, you learn from the giving it a go. And hopefully you will come back and try either one of our previous challenges or the one that's going live as I put this video up. Good luck. Hope to see you at drzonga.com very soon.